Hey guys, it's the bottom line view here. Um, this is my first video on the Champs of Wrestling, and I'd like to thank Anthony James TV for making it possible for me to be able to join the group of guys on Champs of Wrestling. Hopefully in the future we can have a few videos where we have more than just one guy on the show, more than one guy on the channel in one video talking as like a panel about things that is happening in the wrestling world. So this video is going to be my TLC predictions, maybe spoilers. So if you're not willing to be spoiled on what's going to happen at TLC, even though this is just my predictions, I would advise not to watch this video. Okay, so the show starts off with the pre-show, Dolph Ziggler versus Fandango, and two guys that I am a fan of to a certain degree. I very much like Dolph Ziggler as a wrestler and as a performer. Fandango, I like his charisma and his in-ring style, but his character is obviously not a very good character. They pretty much gave him a character that was going to doom him from the start, so you can't blame him for anything of that nature. Dolph Ziggler has obviously been out there every single night, working his ass off to get to the top of the business, but because he is one of those CM Punk types, a Daniel Bryan type, who actually speaks to the authority and doesn't just kiss their ass, he is being lowered down the ladder simply because he's talking back to the authority, which is not smart, I get it, but when you have a guy this talented, you want to use him to his greatest ability, and the WWE just isn't doing that with Dolph Ziggler. So I expect Fandango to come out with the W here, obviously because Dolph Ziggler is just not going to win this match because the WWE won't let him win the match. So we'll move on to the next match, Big E Langston versus Damien Sandow for the IC title, the Intercontinental title. Big E Langston has been on quite a roll lately, and has been, I went to a live show recently, and he was quite a fan favorite at that show. I expect Big E Langston to come out with the win, even though Damien Sandow is some stiff competition. But, like many guys, like Dolph Ziggler, Damien Sandow just seems not to get any luck within the business, and it just doesn't seem like they're pushing Damien Sandow. And right now, they're pushing Big E Langston, so I expect Big E Langston to beat Damien Sandow in a good match. I expect to see a good match as in in-ring work. Next match is AJ Lee versus Natalya for the Divas title. This one's tougher. AJ has been on a very lengthy Divas title run. I don't remember exactly when she got the belt, but she's had it for quite some time, and there have been rumors that she is going to lose the title sometime soon. She is a heel, which is kind of odd because she gets the most cheers out of every diva on the roster. Personally, I think AJ is the only diva that is even creditable right now in the business. And Natalya, although she is good in the ring, I don't think that she is quite as she's not as big of a star as AJ, and I think that AJ will beat Natalya in this match simply because the AJ is still hot. She hasn't lost any steam, and the WWE, if they're smart, won't take the title away from AJ. The next match is the tag team match. Cody and Goldust versus Ryback and Curtis Axel versus Big Show, Rey Mysterio, and versus the Real Americans. Cody Rhodes and Goldust are the champs, and for the matches that I've watched, I think I've seen most of their matches. They've looked very good as a team, entertaining. Ryback and Axel are a newly formed team, but it's a good idea, I guess. I don't mind the decision to make them a tag team, because I think they both seem like they both have a similar character, and I see where the WWE made this decision, why they should be a tag team. Ryback could have been way bigger than he was, or than he is now, but WWE had to John Cena him, and they had to basically stop his momentum by having him face Cena. Big Show and Mysterio are basically a team that's just being thrown together, so I don't think that they have any chance of winning the title in this match. I'm going to say that Cody and Goldust come out the winners, because they've been on quite the run. The story is still relevant. The people like the team. They like the Rhodes, and I think that they're just the best tag team out of all these tag teams, and I would give them the belt going forward. Daniel Bryan versus the Wyatt family. Now, there's been some talk of Daniel Bryan possibly joining the Wyatt family. That's very difficult for me to comprehend, because Daniel Bryan has been getting the most cheers in the business since early summertime, where he's just been like the fan favorite. And if they were to make Daniel Bryan a heel, it wouldn't do anything. He would turn heel, and then the fans would still cheer him, and it would just be an ineffective use of a heel. I think the Wyatt family would instantly gain popularity, though, which could be a bad thing, but could be a good thing at the same time. It's kind of controversial, because then the heel team would be a fan favorite, but the Shield have been a fan favorite for a while now as well. So as far as the match goes, I say the Wyatt family win this match. Daniel Bryan gives them all that they can handle, but eventually he runs out of steam and he can't handle the odds, and the Wyatt family win this match. The next match is CM Punk versus the Shield. Now, I can see this going two ways. Rather, the Shield win simply by using their 3-man versus 1, the way that they do it on Raw and other shows. They team up, strength in numbers, or two of the Shield get angry at, say, Ambrose or Roman Reigns, and they leave one guy one-on-one with Punk, which simply would leave Punk the victor in that scenario, because CM Punk is a better wrestler, and he would easily go over on one of the Shield members. So, if I had to say, it's been looking like the Shield are going to split up sometime soon. I'm not sure if they're going to split up before WrestleMania or after WrestleMania, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that CM Punk wins this match, simply because the Shield don't work as a team properly, and they leave one member by himself versus CM Punk, and CM Punk wins. This could give CM Punk momentum going forward, possibly to another feud with Brock Lesnar, or someone bigger like John Cena. The next and final match is John Cena versus Randy Orton, the TLC unification match. And honestly, I am excited for the unification. I think it's a good idea. Am I excited for the people that are in the match? No. Um, uh, you may not know this, but I'm not a big Cena fan, so and Randy Orton right now is pretty stale. His in-ring work is good, I'll give him that, but as a character goes, his character is pretty stale, so I'd rather have two guys like Punk and Bryan going at it for the title. But it is what it is, and the WWE will rather decide the match in these two ways. Judged off Raw, they had John Cena Triple H, Stephanie McMahon. I think that was it. Standing over top of Orton after the promo. Usually what that means is that Randy Orton would win the match. But I can see it going two ways. I can see it rather they turn on Cena and they have Orton win the match, or Orton just wins it. Say Orton wins. I can't see Cena winning this match straight up. If Cena wins this match straight up, I'll be very confused. The other way that this match goes down is if both two of them are on top of the ladder and they're going for the belts, and they rather swap belts or they retain their same belt, which would have it basically being a draw. So I could see it going in two different scenarios. As far as the unification and if they're going to make a new title, I very much doubt that they're going to make a new title, because they just made a new WWE Championship, which was presented by The Rock, and it had like this big show and everything about the title. So I very much doubt that they'll make an undisputed title per se, and I think that they'll just take away the heavyweight championship when it is time to unify the titles. So thank you. This was my first video for the Champs of Wrestling, and I thank you for watching. Please subscribe.